Hello, Living Water Church. I welcome you to our second State of the Church address, and I'm titling it Building Momentum. I want us to build momentum on into the winter, and this is in every area in our relationship with God and the other areas of the church. You'll hear about some of those other areas. And before I get to my mini message, I also just want to share just a couple items of interest to you. The first is this last week we had a guest speaker at church. It's a very exciting time, and I think it's actually transitional for us to walk on into the next season of running after God in this time. I really hope that the testimonies that have arisen from the words of the Lord that have been given in prayer time trickle throughout the church, because there were some amazing words and testimonies arising from this last weekend. And that being said, as I hinted at this being a transitional season for us to run after God with all that we have, this Sunday, Bruce Fisher and I are bringing a tag team message. And I want you to lock in and be there. I want you to be there online, or I want you to be there in person, whatever is best for you. But I think that there is a message for us all at Living Water, but also a message for the wider body of Christ. Everyone is going through a lot of the same things right now, and I think this message is important, so I hope that you can be there. After that, check out livingwaterflows.com, our blog. I've been writing some articles each week on various misinterpretations of the end times, which really does affect the behavior and the understanding of people. What are they trying to do right now? And that also would generally help us to grow theologically. And that brings me to my final announcement. I'm starting a podcast, and that podcast is going to address theological ideas for everybody, and Tim Bergman's joining me on the very first one, somewhere within 1 to 2 weeks out. And anyway, I'm excited for another format to be out there for people to engage and grow in their understanding. So hope to have you join me for that.
Hey there, Living Water Church. I have some updates from our trustees. First off, many thanks to all who have contributed over the last month or so. Our financial position is in much better shape than we have been over the last few months since COVID-19 started. Right now, our income is only short $838 off of what we had budgeted, so that we feel that is really great. And due to the savings that we had this summer from not having to pay utilities because we were meeting outside the building and not having to pay for all the cleaning staff, our net is actually a positive $35,000, so that's awesome at this point. Now, with us going back into the building and fall coming on with winter, our heating and utility costs are going to continue to rise along with our cleaning costs. So we think that if we can keep income where it is right now, and with the net that we have, we are set looking forward in the next few months to actually close out the year in pretty good shape. We're also going to begin planning our budget for 2021, and we'll be working with the ministry board here in the next few weeks and months as we get ready to make that budget. Last time we met on the video, I reported that we were going to be doing some drainage and some landscaping work outside the church. Happy to report that is finished, looking really good. And sometimes you're really blessed when you don't know you're blessed. When they were digging up that dirt, they had 2 fairly large sinkholes that caved in the area where we had all been sitting during our services. These 2 sinkholes each took 5 additional cubic yards of dirt to fill in. So if you think in your mind a cube 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet, put 5 of those together, and that's how big each of those 2 holes were. Very thankful that those holes did not collapse in when we were out doing our services this past summer. Also, general maintenance, we've been doing some of that we normally do. We've had the fire sensors, the fire extinguishers, the fire alarm control panel, all of that inspected, so we're up to code and our safety and everything is looking good in the church. And lastly, I want to put a call out to anyone who's available to help Isaac clean the carpets in the next couple weeks. I'm a big believer we ought to be paying the pastor to pastor and not clean carpets, so if we could get some volunteers to help in that, that would be awesome. Thank you very much.
Hello, Living Water Church. This is Vachelle coming to you from the office. I'm going to be sharing with you the things that we have coming down the pipeline this fall and into our next season of life. We're revving things back up here as we've slowed down during this pandemic. We are now trying to find our footing and move forward. So with that, I'm going to try and get through this as fast as I possibly can. But as you know, this is going to be our fourth Sunday meeting indoors. We met outdoors this whole summer, and now we're inside because the weather is, changing on us. But for those who are meeting with us indoors, we do require that you wear your mask according to the guidelines that have been given to us. But for those who aren't comfortable yet, we also have our services that we stream. We stream at 10:30 every Sunday at this point. But we are in need of volunteers. So if you would like to volunteer to help man the camera or something in that lane, please talk to Tim. You can go on the website, find his email address under the About Us tab, and please just connect with him if you're interested in doing that. We are looking to possibly stream during our 8:30 service, but we would need additional help to do that. Also, our upcoming events we have, this Saturday we have a live streaming event that's going to be streamed in our sanctuary, led by Barb Struckmeyer, called The Return. And it's a prayer event where we're going to come together and pray and repent and move forward as a country. Also, we have Bluegrass the following Saturday, and it's going to be an outdoor event. So if you know anyone who would be interested in just listening to an afternoon of Bluegrass, please invite them. It's going to be outside, and anyone is welcome to come. Also, we have a string of blood drives coming up here. We've been doing blood drives this whole COVID season, and we'll continue to do them into the future. We have the next one coming up October 13th, which is going to be at Versatile, and they supply blood to local Wisconsin hospitals. We also have the blood drive, Red Cross, on the 22nd, as well as other ones coming up. So please check out our website, Facebook, Splash, all those things to be able to sign up for those. And during this whole season, our boards have continued to meet, and they will continue to meet. So that's always been going during this time. Men of Fire, they took a brief pause, but they started right back up, and so they're meeting twice a month as they normally did. So if you're interested in that, please, again, check the Splash and our Facebook page and such to get connected with them there. And a new thing that we're starting this season is youth services on Sunday mornings. So usually we reserve that for Sunday evenings, but Tim Bergman has stepped up and he would like to lead that. So if you have kids interested from grades 8th grade to 12th grade, Sunday mornings at 10:30, they're going to be meeting downstairs in the youth room, and Tim Bergman's going to be leading that. And we're also revving back up our youth nights, so Sunday nights, with Darla, and I assume Tim's going to be assisting somehow, and Jean with that. So for those of you familiar with that format and would like to hop back on board, that's coming up here. And one that I'm really excited about is that we're going to be starting our discipleship classes again. Last year we had it run through the whole year. I think we went up to the beginning of this year, and obviously with everything that's happened, we kind of put a pause on that. So we're going to start that back up. And when we've kind of compiled the information and gotten our ducks in a row, we'll let you guys all know what classes we'll be offering and when those classes will be taking place. So that's what we got going on here at Living Water Church this season. All this stuff that I told you is available in our Splash. Some of it's on our Facebook page, sometimes on our website. Probably should be more on our website. But anyway, that's what we have going on here. So don't think that we're not doing anything. We're coming back. So anyways, I love you guys, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or call the church office anytime with those, and I will be glad to talk to you about them. Have a great day.
I want to cross over now to my mini message, which is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and 28. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary, and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. The first point I have for you is that God himself doesn't grow weary. He's not like us who experiences time in the same exact way that we do. And therefore it's important for us to know that as we go to God, he has the energy, he has the grace for you and for me to walk on into our next season together. Not only that, it says those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. I want to challenge you to hoping in the God who doesn't grow weary. And when you place your hope, your expectation, your future in God's hands, it then says, they will run and not grow weary. Dear Christian, I want to challenge you to run and not grow weary. It's easy to grow weary. I've grown weary over these past 6 months, but the Lord has renewed my strength. And I'm running, and we need to be running, and we need to place our hope in him so that we do not grow weary.